What group of people think they look cool but look corny? Hell's Angels and other motorbike gangs. They look dirty and stupid. Ratty, greasy hair, unkempt beards. Usually flabby, dirty, faded clothes. They look like they probably smell bad too and are covered in balls and scabs from not washing and being bitten by their lice. And they think they are so cool revving their engines on their shit bikes. And their women are usually fat, ugly, and dirty looking to ... And their crappy tattoos. Does anyone else remember the episode of Malcolm in the Middle where Hal wanted to fit in with the speedwalkers? Speedwalking used to be one of those things where the people think they look cool, but they were actually corny. I think it's come full circle. If you are doing a wholesome activity with gusto and confidence, you are awesome. Maybe corny too, but mostly awesome. People who wear a random bunch of designer clothes to look as rich, important, whatever as possible. I have one Versace item, and I'll wear it very occasionally because I actually love it. But I'll see people wearing the ugliest combo of Gucci, Versace, Balenciaga, and Prada to look en vogue when they just look like a pretentious nightmare with no real friends. Policegging members with 10 things clipped to the vest and belt, with 3 policegging patches and the anti-police Punisher symbol. My entire family was military, deploy, infantry, aviation, artillery, and they all laugh at policegging try-hard losers. The only people that works on are children and people already being abused by losers. All those fat, old motorcycle gang dudes in the leather with big manly slogans on them. So many of them imply I'm tough, I'm hard, don't mess with me, and my gang. And I'm pretty sure any reasonably not obese human that's not old enough to collect social security yet could beat them up. People who roll coal, older men who try to date 20-year-olds, immature moms, pretty much any politician after the age of 50. People who think they are training for the Tour de France, it's the gear on 40-year-olds and pretty much anyone who asks you to name 5 songs of the band whose shirt someone is wearing. People that are trans because it's in style right now. I want everyone to know ahead of time. I'm only talking about the people that use it only to get attention or be a part of the cool crowd. I'm not talking about actual trans people. I'm guessing I'll still get downvoted to under hell. Modern country musicians. Big stupid hat, shirt and jeans to sizes too small so you look like a sausage in a microwave. It's ridiculous. Edit vote me down all you like, but all modern country musicians look exactly like Will Ferrell trying to be a country musician. You know it's true. Broccoli heads is a safe bet that 20 years from now when people look back on photographs of the early 2020s, they will laugh or cringe at those hairstyles in the same way that people do when looking at 1980s. Mullets, red pill or whatever they go by these days. Comes in many shapes and sizes. The Sneakos, Tates, the Shapiros, Petersons of the world. They so confidently go with wrong answers in a world where answers are hard to come by. So I guess I sort of see why they're successful. Mammals, middle-aged men in lycra regarding mountain biking and road bicycling. Hubos, since there is variety, they are snobs. Meanwhile, during those cat fights, I'm sitting in the corner thinking, hey guys, you realize everyone else thinks we're fucking dorks. Yeah. The group of invisible lat syndrome guys at my gym who wear cut-off American flag shirts and F Joe Biden slogans. They watch the TV with Fox News on it like they are suckling from its teat and talk the whole time about politics. It's wild, cringy and corny AF. Those people who take pictures next to cars that aren't theirs. Like honestly, why? I kinda get it if you're at a car show, or it's something super unique or from a movie. But just going up to a sports car on the street and taking picture what it is corny of. Companies that try to look relatable and be trendy. Like what is Tide doing in a TikTok comment section and McDonald official. Especially when they use popular terms like girlapop slay or pookie. Lie. You're not fooling anyone. Satanists. I do understand and approve of their desire to mirror the absurdity of religious privilege and exemption in the US. But beyond that, it's just secular humanism LARPing as vampire theater. It just seems a little silly to me. People who do TikTok pranks by annoying or harassing people No, you aren't funny 'cause you put a shopping basket over a random person's head inside a Cub Foods. You are an ass and deserve to get hit in the nuts. Alt-right media figures. Everything they say has already been coordinated by billionaire donors. So, we all forget we're being robbed blind while they talk about trans people or litter boxes in classrooms. The people who put a lot of decor on their trucks, usually flags, punish a theme, political crap or lines that they think make them look badass, but really just shows how insecure and boring they are. I've got to assume anyone with a super loud vehicle. No one is impressed by your muffler-less car. We're stopping in our tracks and staring because we can't believe what an obnoxious loser you are. Zoomers with broccoli haircuts. They talk a whole lot of shit about side parts for a demographic that dresses like they just walked out of a Florida retirement community after being given a swirly. Those groups of girls who are just absolute bitches to everyone for no reason and act like they own the place, the type of people to say what are you looking at when you glance at them for a second. Anybody posting videos of themselves lip-singing to the camera about being a gangster and waving a gun around. If you seek validation from random people online, you're not as hard as you think. Any of the US militia groups practicing maneuvers think they look like real police military, but they really just look like a bunch of guys. It's almost always 100 men laughing badly. Anyone wearing their pants around their knees. I still do not freaking understand it. It's so foreign to me. I don't understand how it could be comfortable, or convenient, or practical. Guys who open carry firearms. They think they look badass, but they just look like grown-up dorks who watched too many action movies and played too many video games when they were kids. Any guys wearing shirts that try to say how badass they are. Tactical pants, tough guy shirt, big beard, hiking boots, short haircut. You know it when you see it. Wannabe SEAL. Those small few remaining nerdy hipster types who think they are the best thing since sliced bread because they play DD like they think they invented it or something. People who assuage their ego by being conspicuously wasteful, driving huge trucks they don't need, littering, and being loud and obnoxious about it to own someone. Car guys. I'm talking about the people who deck out their cars with gaudy lights, insanely loud exhaust, gigantic lifted trucks that never leave the pavement, etc. Can I just ask if wearing sweats with a favorite beach falls in this category? I don't think it's cool. I am hoping it doesn't come off as trying to look cool. Guys at the gym who wear belts for any and every exercise. Bro could be sitting on a bench, reclined doing curls, and would be wearing a belt. WTF is that? Be corny, man. If it's not inconsiderate, it's not actually corny. To be cringe is to be free. The more you judge others, the less you express yourself. People with loud-ass cars or bikes that constantly rev and annoy the shit out of everyone. It's dated, but the South Park about this was pretty spot on. People in subcultures that try really hard to look and dress unique and then end up looking like a carbon copy of everyone else from that subculture. Millennials who are still in their emo or scene phase, like Seaman Grody F up and just evolve into the woke burner or goth that you're supposed to be. Anything related to gang low so you can see your underwear, hoodie over your head in the summer, doing goofy things with your hands, to ones that shout stuff at people that dress or look differently. You may be big hard man in front of your mates, but in reality you look stupid. People who do anything on their phone in public without headphones, playing your shitty music out loud at the back of the bus. You're just a knob. The popular friend group in high school that just parties and drinks on the weekends. They also date each other's exes that are also in the group. Entrepreneurs, HR people, and CEOs who post cringe corpo wonk about why their leadership material or why other people aren't on LinkedIn. Maybe this is kinda specific to the East Bay area, but those douchebags who motor around in gangs on loud-ass unregistered dirt bikes and ATVs. Any insular subculture that the viewer isn't a part of, unless it's 80s peace punk with the mohawk and spiked jacket. Their shit is timeless. The people that flip people off in photos, profile pics, etc. It's like fine. Your middle finger works, but it doesn't make you any more cool. The dudes who go about their regular daily routines in tactical gear. You don't look badass or tough. You look like a child playing dress up. Coal rollers and jackasses who block F-chargers with their mall crawler trucks. The Venn diagram between the two is almost a perfect circle. So many of the responses in this thread are referencing things that were big and trendy 10-15 years ago. Redditors don't get out much, I guess. Bikers, hog riders specifically, they are mostly old and overweight but like to think they are intimidating in all that leather and chains. I suppose any group that thinks they look cool are corny goths. Big beard, beer-brewing, flannel-wearing hipsters, the low pants crowd, etc. The common thread among these answers seems to be any form of taking something you like and turning it into a substitute for a personality. Lifted trucks are fucking stupid, especially when your lifted truck is immaculately clean and obviously never seen a lick of dirt. Roads. Teenage girls with kneeless big loose jeans, a big old hoodie and white shoes. Why is this such a huge trend? They all look like clones. I think broccoli cuts. Then again, they must look good to someone, otherwise it wouldn't be so trendy. It's all subjective. Playing loud music in public, on a blown-out Bluetooth speaker, or your shitty overpriced car you have to pay off for 5 years. People who deck themselves out in MAGA gear. Nobody else follows a politician like it's a cult. You look ridiculous. Those guys on IG acting out those if we met on the elevator. Or we met eye scenarios with the music in the background. People who wear sunglasses indoors at night. People with orange spray tans. People who wear designer logo everything. Those people wearing VR headsets in public. Maybe in a few more design iterations. But for now, not cool. I'm sorry.